Crit Jiaoqiu. So big disclaimers here. No matter how you cut it, this is a Robin and Ruan Mei carry. But Jiaoqiu needs all the help he can get because he's not a traditional crit DPS. So I'll go through exactly what I did. There are a few strategies that I needed to use to make it work. And it kind of only worked because past, present, and future are all fire weak. So we were exploiting that. The key to victory though is Jiaoqiu is on 4-piece eagle. We heard that right. So an example of that at work here is we actually popped Jiaoqiu's ult here to push him ahead of Ruan Mei. If I let Ruan Mei go first and use her ult, he would actually take them out too quickly. And we don't want that to happen because we need to skill again on Ruan Mei after this action. And we need full energy on Tingyun to start the next wave. So you can see we have just enough damage for this to work. There's a little more RNG on the second side, and you'll see exactly what I mean when it happens, but the burn will take it out. Tingyun pop her ult immediately onto Robin, also proc stance. We are gonna Jiaoqiu ult again to push him forward with Eagle, and we have a really good start to the wave. We can only break one here, so we want to break the one that does the most damage. The nice thing about having Ruan Mei on this team is you can kind of control how much damage you take, so you're not in any danger for the most part. This is where the RNG happens. It needs to target Robin, and it does on this run. And we're pretty much in the clear here, so he'll be able to break everything, launch the little things from the sky, phase, and this will give Ruan Mei enough energy to ult again. So perfectly lined up here. We need to win another 25-75, and we get it. So there's definitely a bit of RNG involved in this run. I guess that's kind of the case with a lot of zero cycle clears, but hey, you definitely need to reset a few times. I think this took almost 100 attempts, but not that bad, honestly. So Robin's concerto ends, you need to enter right away because we have just enough action value left for the next setup to work. Tingyun's gonna refresh her skill on Jiaoqiu, and this will give her enough energy, which is another Dance proc. One more skill from Jiaoqiu will give him enough energy to ult, which is also another Eagle proc, and as soon as his turn ends, we're going to use both of them, and it'll push him just far enough into this cycle. If you look at the left action bar here, big 420k, I think half of that was Ruan Mei and Robin, of course. Refresh Ruan Mei's skill, and from here, it's pretty much over. Even if I didn't get lucky with crits on this last attack, we'd get those AoE hits from breaking them, but luckily didn't need them. I didn't slow it down because I thought I would, but hey, we got the zero cycle, that's all that matters. Okay Art, what are you cooking here? We got a lot of speed, decent enough crit ratio, and 126.4% effect hit rate. So the problem with Jiaoqiu is he needs a careful balance of all three of these stats. We couldn't use Acheron's Light Cone because we needed the 60% effect hit rate from his own signature. The extra 24% vulnerability is also huge for not only his own, but team damage. We couldn't max out this trace for 240% attack, but we could get 3 stacks of it, so 180% is still good. If we tried to go for 240, we'd lose out on too much crit. Plus, Tingyun and Robin will more than make up for the loss in attack. Functionality-wise, 4-piece Eagle, I'm sure you could find different ways to do this, but for me, I needed this for turn manipulation, making sure he gets enough actions in to be able to zero cycle. Also, I did have good effect hit rate rolls on Salsodo, but none at all on Rudolent, so a little unfortunate there, but it's not a big problem. I don't think I would have got enough crit rate anyway. E0. That being said, this run is masked behind the obvious carry that was actually Robin. She sort of does too much in terms of buffing and then her own damage. I didn't expect her to hit that hard, but oh my god, she went nuts with Ruan Mei and Jiaoqiu's buffs active. Nothing too crazy. She has E1, 24% all res pen is basically a 24% damage amplifier, which is pretty crazy. Ruan Mei's got a lot of break effect. We're exploiting the fact that we can break every enemy, and she's going to do some good personal damage herself. She's also going to be holding 4-piece Watchmaker, which again, just gives us a bit more leeway in case we miss some crits. The 10% speed she gives is also really important. Oh, I forgot to mention, the fact that we can break them and Ruan Mei can keep them broken for a long time means we don't really have to worry about survivability, which is pretty crucial to this run. She's E1, maybe not as impactful as Robin's, but it's still a pretty strong Eidolon. And the master of turn manipulation herself, Tingyun, starting fights off with her ult, dance, 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 advancing everyone forward. She just does so much here. Funny enough, I actually never used her ult to refill Jiaoqiu's energy. Both times were on Robin. She did use an ult at the end on Jiaoqiu, but that was mostly to give him the damage percent buff and also advance him forward with Dance Dance Dance, so kind of funny. Anyway, if you enjoyed, I'd appreciate a lot if you left a like and sub. But thank you for watching. I will see you next time.